Shalom, shalom. This is another Sabbath day. We come out week in and week out to bring out the truth out of the Bible. It's fine, just leave it. Just leave it. John 8, verse 32.
John 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And we're going to always bring this out because this is the reason Christ came into the world. And that was to bring testimony of the truth. Romans 12, 1 through 2. Romans 12, 1 through 2.
Romans 12, 1 through 2. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
And that's why we come out. We come out and put our bodies up as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is that's his reasonable service, because this is the Lord's Sabbath day. He said to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Psalms 94, verse 16. That's fine. Things are going to fall. Psalms 94, verse 16.
Psalms 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
So this was the king of Israel, David. So he was saying, Christ was speaking through David at this time. He said, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? And who will rise up for me against the workers of iniquity? This is the Lord's Sabbath day. This is the day he said to come out to the highways and the byways.
Oh, really?
So this is why we do it. He commanded this.
Yes.
This is what he commanded
To you.
to the Israelites. This is what he commanded us to do.
Amen. It's refreshing to hear this. We don't hear it very often.
Well, we've been doing this for almost 2 years. We just move around town.
I saw you once at Fred Meyer's.
Yep, we were over there.
Okay.
Downtown, we go all over.
Which church are you from?
We are the church. We are the church.
You don't have your
We're trying to build. We were at a normal Sunday church, but that's not the day God said to do it. He said Saturday, this is the day. So we don't do it on Sunday anymore. So, yeah. So, yeah, those heights. A lot of people don't see, but yeah, we're in those perilous times. Yes. Yep.
stand for you. So God bless you.
Yeah.
Yes. We shall see you. Keep it
Yep.
up. Keep it up.
Go ahead. Finish where you were. Psalms 94, verse 16. Actually, go to Romans 11. Go down by the branches. Romans 11.
Romans 11, verse 21. Verse 19. Thou wilt say then, the branches...
Go up above this. 17.
Verse 17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and fatness of the olive tree.
Keep going.
Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in.
And see, all through time, there was this, Paul was getting to how there was wicked Israelites that were always going against God's laws. And so, but what people don't understand, the Gentiles, that was the northern kingdom. That was never you other people that you guys think that you're part of those Gentiles, but that was just the northern kingdom. This is what this is talking about, the northern kingdom that went into idolatry and went against God's laws and statutes and commandments. Read on.
Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if God spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee.
And see, this is what people don't understand. God, if he didn't spare his own people, What do you think he's going to do to the ones he didn't choose from the foundation of the world? If he didn't spare his own people, look at what he did to his own people by putting us into slavery and scattering us in all the nations all over the world. So he's saying, you better take heed that you should have fear of the Most High God, because look at what he did to the natural branches, his own people. Read on. Go on.
Behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of God on them which fell, severity, but toward thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off.
And see, this is getting into the northern and the southern kingdom. This is never talking about all the rest of the people. So this is why Christ was saying in Mark 7:7, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines, the commandments of men. He's not coming back here for all you wicked people. He only chose the Israelites from the foundation of the world. This covenant he made, it was with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It was with no one else. Read.
And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in.
And that's talking about the northern kingdom that wouldn't do God's law, statutes, and commandments. They can be grafted back in. This is what that's talking about. It's not talking about everybody in the whole world. He's not talking about Moab, the Chinese. He's not talking about Ammon, the Ammonites. He's not talking about the Ishmaelites, the Arabs. He's only talking about the Israelites. He's not talking about no one else but the Israelites. Read.
For God is able to graft them in again. For if thou wert cut out of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these, which be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree?
So he's saying how the northern kingdom can come back together under one stick with the southern kingdom, because there was a split with the northern and the southern kingdom. This is what Paul is getting into. That split when the northern kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity. There was a split with the northern and the southern kingdom. Read.
For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery.
And we're not ignorant of this mystery. We understand it crystal clear. We get it. We get it crystal clear. You guys just don't understand it. You guys think you're the Gentiles, and you're not the Gentiles. He's not coming back for no wicked people. Read.
Lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel unto the fullness of the Gentiles be come in.
And see, we're all going to come back together, like he said, through the prophet Ezekiel, and be gathered together on that one stick. We're all coming back together. This is what's going on as we speak. They're coming back together. Go ahead.
And so all Israel shall be saved.
See, the Most High said all Israel's going to be saved. When it's all said and done, he's going to save that 1/3. That's what that's talking about. How he said all Israel's going to be saved. And that looks like you guys. You guys look like you're from Issachar. You guys are part of this. You guys are part of Issachar, right? Mexican? So you guys are part of Issachar. Or native? Okay, Gadite. Or you guys are either Gad or Reuben. You guys need to listen to this. Start coming around too. Because that's who Christ is coming back for. He's not coming back for all these wicked people. He's only coming back for he's coming back for the 12 tribes. This is all he's coming back for. Nobody else. He's not coming back for no one else. Go ahead.
And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
And he's going to turn away all this ungodliness from Israel, because Jacob's name was turned to Israel. This is who he's coming back for. He's not coming back for nobody else. He's not coming back for Moab, the Chinese. He's not coming back for the Ammonites, the Japanese. He's not coming back for Ishmael, the Arabs. He's not coming back for the Edomites. That's who you guys are, the ones that came out of the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. He's not coming back for none of you guys. He chose Israel from the foundation of the world, and that's all he's coming back to save. And we'll prove it out of the Bible. Luke 1. Look at it. Luke 1:68.
Luke verse 68.
Right.
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
And this is what Christ is coming to save us from. He's coming to save us from all these enemies of ours and from all that hate us. And we have a lot of people that hate us in this society. And Christ, the one, you guys were the ones that crucified Christ. The Romans, you guys are from that lineage that crucified Christ. Look it up, research it. Esau was from, that's you guys' forefather, Esau. You guys are the ones that crucified Christ. He's not coming back. He's not coming back for nobody else but the Israelites. Go ahead, go to Micah 5 and 4, then jump down 7 to 15. Go ahead.
5 and 4.
Yep, Micah 5 and
Micah
4.
5 verse 4. And he shall stand and feed in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth.
See, the Most High, he's going to abide in his majesty. He's gonna show everybody the power that he has, because he's the one that created the heavens and the earth. And everybody's going to see when he smashes this whole place with that nuclear destruction. Go jump down to 7.
Verse 7, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people,
And the remnant of Jacob is going to be in the midst of many people,
as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver.
and nobody's going to be able to deliver you guys on that day. This is talking about on the day of the Lord. Nobody's going to be delivered on this day. No matter, it doesn't matter how much military might you have. It doesn't matter how many stealth bombers you got. It doesn't matter about any of that. The Lord is going to be victorious. He's going to prevail against his adversaries. Read.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I'll cut off thy horses out of, or verse 9, thine enemies shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
He said all of our enemies on that day is going to be cut off. See, he's cutting off every single one of our adversaries. This is Christ going to do this. HAMASHIACH YAHAWASHI, because he had a Hebrew name. He's going to cut off all of our adversaries. Read on.
And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I'll cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I'll destroy thy chariots.
He's talking about any of your military might. He's going to bring it all down. He's going to crush them all. Read.
And it shall come to pass in that, and I'll cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I'll cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
And see all this stuff you're pushing on the media, on the television, all that witchcraft that you guys are pushing on our kids. God knows all about it. He's going to put an end to all this stuff that's going on with all these lies and deceits, because Christ came into this world to give testimony of the truth, and that's to be true to God. He doesn't like all